Hey everyone, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to Factorio, where it's now version 17.32. Nothing really to report there. It was mainly bug fixes, no new features or anything like that that I would be able to test or anything. So let's just jump into what we're doing today. There's a few things, just looking over what's happening here with the factory I need to fix. The first thing is that, as you can see here, the plastic is not being made. So I want to go over here and figure out that little mystery, figure out why it's not working, and it looks like we're just full on yellow oil. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to dump two of these tanks of yellow oil, since I don't have advanced oil processing. And that'll free it up to make some more petroleum gas. It also looks like petroleum that we have petroleum gas, so there's a problem here. So why? This isn't interesting. Is this the right? I don't think that was the right kind of pipe. Let's take a look. Now this is an underground pipe. Okay. That's what's wrong. It wasn't so much the yellow oil, but the yellow oil was a bit of a problem. It's one of the things, after I get advanced electronics, I'll have to work on. So let me cross that off. Yellow oil, we fixed that. Plastic's working again. One of the things I wanted to do too is just let me get started building some things here. Get some more iron. I wanted to get that plastic belt going on both sides. So let's get that going here. That's easy. That's just one splitter. We'll just do this, get it going on both sides instead of just the one. Fill up that belt a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna cross that off my list. These are just little things that I noticed over the last couple of days as I was watching back the videos I made a couple of days ago. Oh yeah, one of the things I wanted to do also had to do with our power. I noticed, I thought that it was really weird that there was sort of no intermediate setup for power. And in fact, I don't even know if I have the technology. I'm a little confused today because I've been playing another solo game just to try to get ahead and look at the technology so I know a little bit better about what I'm doing. Anyway, what I was going to say is that after steam engines come along, there's technologies for steam turbines, and this is something I'll have to do as the technology comes up. But steam turbines, they're not necessarily better right away than steam engines, but if you hook them directly to a boiler, but they produce less pollution, which is something that I want to look at because of my pollution footprint. If I can lower that so that I get attacked less, I think it's worth the upgrade just for a few resources. Okay. One of the other things I wanted to do, I'm not going to do it here at nighttime, but I want to put some rail signals on the rail lines. I could do that after it gets daylight. In the meantime, what I want to do is I want to leave a little space here, and I want to get started on doing the yellow science, which is something I'm going to need for more advanced technologies. So let's see here. Yellow science requires, I have it written down because I don't have the tech yet, is it needs blue cards, it needs flying robot frames, and it needs low density structures, which I also don't have the technology for. So the one thing I do have technology for currently is flying robot frames, which is pretty exciting because that means I can start making robots a little bit easier. And I can also make roboports, which is, I've made one. It's something I should make a couple more. I could have them building in the background. Let's see what I need. Oh, I need more. I need yellow or red cards and steel. I can grab some of those. I just want to make some of those. I want to start getting a logistics network put in place. I can't do much with it yet, other than have them deliver things to me. But that in and of itself is a big help. Look, I was just scooping up steel, so might as well get that going too. I can also get rid of things stored in my trash. Let's grab some red cards. How many we got here? All right, let's grab red cards. And I will just want to, well, actually, let's see. Let me make a couple more splitters and stuff before I get too deep into that, because I'm going to need a bunch of this stuff to get everything over here. So I'll get a bunch of those building, and then I'll just build a couple more roboports, and I'll put those down after I get some other stuff built. Okay. So the one thing I can build, like I said, is flying robot frames. So let's get this started over here. Let's leave lots of room here because there's the flying robot frames require 4 ingredients, which is a bit of a problem because usually if you put 4 lines in, you have nowhere to output. So I'm going to have to double side one of the lines, and it looks like maybe steel and electric engines both have 1 part versus batteries and electronic circuits, which have 2 and 3 respectively. So if I double side just one belt with steel and electric engines, I should have somewhere to output my flying robot frames. So let's, with that in mind, we'll have one more coming in, and then we'll have an output, which will be our frames. Okay, so now we got to figure out which ones to do with. So let's find out where everything is. Okay, here's batteries. So we're gonna have to bring batteries over. There's engines. Engines, this is gonna be messy. I know it's gonna be messy, but until we get, where do I want to bring that through? I don't think I want to bring it through here. It's gonna be ugly, but it's gonna work. Okay, so if we bring engines through, actually I need to move it over, don't I? Since I have my box there, I can move it over one, no big deal. We'll put it through here. Okay, so one more look here. So steel and engines. So where's steel? Steel we got coming on the line. So if I brought, we've got green, wait, is it green circuits? Green circuits, steel, okay, it's green circuits, steel batteries. So if the batteries come through, man, this is really getting messy. So, but it needs to be done. Let's bring the batteries down. We'll send them under. Bring them down here. Where's our line? It's gonna be here. I'm not sure what else is gonna need batteries, to be honest. So I'm not gonna split it off quite yet. I'll just make a turn with the batteries here and bring it through. Okay, there's batteries. Once I get one more belt in place. All right, let me take a sip of my coffee here. All right, there's one ingredient. Now we need let's work on steel and engines. So we're gonna have engines coming down. They're on. The one good thing I guess you could say is that they are already one-sided. They're only coming out on one side of the belt. Let's keep it like that. and we'll figure out how to get steel hooked up to it. And we're gonna need what's the final one? Green circuits. Okay, so green circuits, I can snake it around if I have to. Let's get steel over here, and I think I want to bring it in here. So let's drive that under. And if I go one extra, there we go. We have a double-sided, so then I can just bring in the green circuits here. Wow, there's such a spaghetti mess over here, huh? Where would be a good way to do this? Here? See, if I bring it over here, the problem is I have nowhere to sort of turn it. I guess I could underground. I guess I could underground there. Okay, let's do this. Not there, there. Okay. Yeah, this is ugly. Definitely ugly. I think this is the point in the game, though, where things start to get really messy. How are we going to do this? I guess I could turn it down. Send it down a little bit. Send it across. And then up. Alright, that is really gnarly. But look at this. 3, 4 items. Let's double side these batteries too while we're at it. Let's just drop a splitter on it. Let's just put it right after the collection. Okay, that'll keep batteries building. It'll have a little bit more belt storage, if you will. And that is that. So let's see here. Let's build 4 flying robot frames, which at first is not very many, but in the long run, I think it will be enough. So then we're going to need to bring in things and put things out. Should actually probably do it on the same side so that there's place for pulls in a symmetrical way. So let's do that. And we'll just drop a power pole here. It's out of the way, connects, and let's copy paste. There we go. All right. So we also need a, we do need a collection box for these. So let's make one. And I can make these passive provider. Ooh, I already made a few. I didn't realize. Now let's get it somewhere where there's close to power. Let's put a pole there. And we'll get a long. That's not gonna work, is it? There we are. Okay. So let's, oop, what are we doing here? I'm used to releasing any like additional logistics bots, but we don't have any roboports. So let's get a roboport in place. And I'm looking over here, and I did leave enough room, I think, on the left side to just to get some roboports started. I think I can just drop them in there. Can always pick them up and rearrange things later as I go. But let's go all the way up here, and we'll put our first one. Let's see if I have some space here. What I'll do is I think I'll rearrange these power poles and put one there. Okay, and the reason I want to put one here is because these guys are my primary basic ingredients. So let's swap out those chests for requester chests, and now I have a couple of logistics robots. They're so slow. So I'm used to my other game. I've been playing it for many hours, and my robots are so fast. But these robots are incredibly slow. I only have 2 of them. I do have 10 construction robots for myself. So let's drop all these roboports. It's not really critical to have to line these up and have perfect coverage. In fact, the more roboports you have, kind of the better, because they have more recharging points. I used to just try to grid everything out, but I think it's really it's not really all that good of an idea, to be honest. It's better that you just leave them, closer together. Okay, let's got a couple more. And how far over do those go? Okay, they go over far enough to get these collection boxes. I'm gonna have to make a run through and upgrade a bunch of those boxes. And what do we have down here? We have that's the end of our line. So I guess what I can do is I can come over here. I don't want to put them in line with. I don't want to block anything that might need to expand. So that's it for the roboports. That's all I have. So basically what we need now is we need to make some more robots. And let's set up some logistics requests. I don't want to set up too many. Like I said, it's... let me make some storage containers real quick. I only have a couple of robots, and if I do set up storage or requests, it's just they're going to be backlogged basically for eternity. So let's think about this for a minute. I don't want to put storage way down where it's going to be not very useful. And I don't want to put very many too, because I'm going to move it. Yeah, okay. I think just for now, let's put it by science. That's a good spot. I have a lot of room here. And I will definitely move it later. Alright, so that's storage. So now that those robots have something to do, they have something to come collect my garbage. I don't really... Before I get rid of these landfill... Yeah, I guess I could... Let me fish these guys out of here. I guess I could take care... I could just sort of straighten out a little bit some of this water, which would be nice. The plus and minus key on your numpad, by the way, expand the brush, if you will, for the landfill, for concrete, for anything that you're placing on the ground. Just a little helpful tip there, if you ever want to do that. We'll come back to that at some point. We'll get it a little... I guess I could do this right here. I really don't like to eat up a lot of the water. I try to leave as much as I can, but it is definitely helpful to have some straight lines. You end up with a little bit more useful area. Should I leave a little puddle here? Let's leave a little square. Yep. Okay, we'll just leave that. This is probably not something that we really need, but I like the idea of leaving a little bit. Alright, let's fill that in. Let's bring that over one. And we'll get that corner. I got some stuff going on here already, so I don't want to do too much. I think that's good. Like nice places for all of the different pumps if I'm going to need them in the future. It looks like our little robots have been busy unloading from me, putting what's in my garbage here in storage. That stuff will all get used eventually. Okay, so now we have flying robot frames. Let's go grab a few, and we'll like self-manufacture a few robots. Let's think about limits for this too. Let's say 1 row, since there are only stacks of 50. Let's grab 50 robot frames. Let's make all the robots. And the robot frames are actually the hard part here, right? So it's making of robots actually goes really fast once you have the frames. So the next thing is going to be I'm going to want to make robots basically. So I'm going to swing this around. Let's go 2 spaces for future power considerations, and we'll bring it that way. I'm not sure how many. Let's see. Let's take a look at robots real quick. So logistic robots need red cards, frames. These need green cards and frames. So I think if we have it like this. So we got frames, one kind of card, other kind of card, and I believe the outputs of these should just go into chests. So let's say that the outputs are here. And for now, I'm just going to make 1 of each, I think. And there's one other thing I want to do here, I think. Let's make one more. Let's get some resources. And I think I need some steel, so I can make another RoboPort. And let's put a let's actually make this. Let's set this up now. I want to set it up so basically that these boxes are keyed off of how many robots are in the logistics system. Once I get this made, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I have 53 robots here. There's my new RoboPort. Let's put this RoboPort here in the middle. Okay. And so I'm going to have a box. Do I need a box that picks up robots? I don't think I need one of these kind of boxes. I think I just need a basic box that sits in between these. So let's move this over 1. Not far enough. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to have a buffer here. Get some power here so it doesn't blink anymore. Okay. So if this is logistics robots, and this is construction robots, in that case, let's make a couple green wire. Red or green doesn't matter. Just I prefer the green because I can see it better. And we'll hook these to the RoboPort, and we'll go into the RoboPort here, and we'll switch this mode of operation from logistic network to robot statistics. Okay, so then it gives us these signals, output signals. So X is the available logistics robots, Z is the available construction robots. So what I want to do is if the available logistics robots drops below a certain number, which I'm going to say 100, so that's X. So if X, just go over here to the signal, choose X. So if X is less than or equal to, clicked on here, gonna set a constant. So if it's less than 100, it's gonna pull robots from this box and put them into this RoboPort. Okay? Now it is currently less than 100 because if you look, if I hover over the RoboPort and you look on the right side, it says 0 out of 2 logistics. 0 meaning 0 are available, 2 is the total, and there are 0 construction, 0 available. So we're going to do the same thing here, but I forget what the signal is here. Available construction robots is Z. So if Z is less than or equal to, we'll also set this to 100. Then activate this dump more into the system. Make sense? And let's just release all of these logistics pods here. So now if we hover over it, we can see that 35 available out of 55 total. So that means that 15 of those guys are busy doing stuff. Okay, so let's get this this set up here. Is that on the, yeah, that's on target. Okay. So we'll bring the frames in, and we want logistics to be first because construction robots aren't nearly as used. Uh-oh, what happened here? I fixed that. Good thing I noticed that. Okay. What did I want to do next before I finish my thought back there? I think I wanted advanced oil processing, perhaps. Or there was something else that I wanted that's escaping me. We'll work on this for the time being, I think. Then we'll come back to... Oh yeah, I wanted to get the yellow science. Let's do advanced oil processing first, then we'll do yellow science. All right. So this can be... I've got room for the green cards over there, so let's make this red. We'll make this green if I can stop moving. I need an underground or two. Send this under. Oh wow, I'm out of belts. As I'm running up here, what I want to do is I just want to replace any chests I see with provider chests. So I can request these if I want to at some point. Let's replace all of these. Oh, they're outside of the logistics network. So I don't have enough iron to make another one, but let's grab some. Those have already been replaced. Get my belts. Make a RoboPort. That's going to eat up all my... it's going to eat up all the stuff I just grabbed, so let's grab some more. Put this stuff in storage. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I've got grenades up here. I can put those, make a box for those. I think that's the I think that's the highest up here. Oh, I guess not. Well, these I'll have to deal with later. I don't have enough materials and time to make more RoboPorts currently. So we'll let those guys take my trash away, and we'll put another RoboPort. Let's just put it here. Okay. So those guys are just taking all the stuff off me to storage. We're going to have to work on some of the technologies to make them faster. They're pretty useless right now, but eventually they're going to be very useful. Okay. And let's finish this off here. those cranking out. So up to 55 logistics robots. And that's just a function of basically, can it make it past this red? Can it make it past this red inserter? I think because the yellow science requires flying robot frames. I've got to consider what I want to do with that. The question will be basically, do I pick these up myself and walk them somewhere like this area here and I build yellow science there, or do I try to bring in all of the various ingredients? So blue cards is the next thing we need to make. And I think in preparation for that, since I probably will put them right here, let's move this line here. We'll cut that off for a minute and let these let this coal line bring itself up. Let these get used by grenades or whatever it's being built up there. Yeah. Okay. And with that, you know, the next thing to do, like I said, is going to be we've got flying robot frames. We need blue cards, and we don't have the science yet for low density structures, so I need to make low density structures as well. Let's go up here since our advanced oil processing is about to finish, and we'll be able to get some cracking going. Looks like the red oil is completely full too. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. We will continue on this journey next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.